Under the same course, that is what the course we are having here, English course, communicative. And here, while we are communicating with others, knowingly or unknowingly, we use many words. And we should know why we are using that. And in such a course, what we use is the dog which is running fast, right? The money which I have in the pocket, the wealth which he left for his son, right? The man whom I have seen, right? Likewise, we are using certain words to combine or to show relation. Relatives, we know, on a broad meaning, we have many relatives, uncles and aunts, brothers and sisters. We have many relatives, close relatives and far relatives and all these things. Why do we call them as relatives? Because we rely on them. We can keep faith on them. That is the relation. We have a good relation with my neighbors. I have a good relation with my neighbors. What does it mean? It means I can keep faith on them. So here, these are certain words on which we can rely. We can keep faith. What is that faith? If I use them, I can correctly speak. I can correctly communicate. Right? Is that the correct meaning? No. I am giving something which may interest you. What is relative? Relative means, I told you, we all know it. And these words are relating to something. It is connected to something. What is it connected to something? That is your noun. And so these are called as relative pronouns. And also these can be called as interrogative pronouns. What, who, which. What, who and which. These are the interrogative pronouns and these are relative pronouns. And this who, what I said, and who. This who has again three forms. Who, subjective, whom, objective, whose, possessive. So, what, who, whom, whose, which. These are relative pronouns. That. These are relative pronouns. They relate with something. They relate with something means, suppose I am talking about this shirt. Right? Here, shirt is inanimate thing. It doesn't have life within it. So we are using which. Right? The doctor, because it is a doctor, a living thing, there I am using who. The doctor who called for here is holding master's degree in surgery. Right? The doctor whom I introduced last evening has master's degree in surgery. You see, whom, who, right? The doctor whose degree has been put in abeyance, right? Accused of some mistake in the surgery, in the operation. He has done some operation and so his degree has been put in abeyance. It is not suspended. It has not been cancelled, put in abeyance. So, whose. Likewise, who, whom, whose we are using for the human being. What. What is also we are using for non-human things. Right? What I spoke is true. What I spoke is true. Means it is true. I spoke it. These two sentences we are using what as the relative and we are combining it. So, 8, what I spoke is correct, is good, whatever it is. Likewise, we are combining. Right? The horse whose leg is broken is kept away from the race. See there. Though the horse is an animal, we are using who with it, whose leg. The horse which cannot run, here you see, we are using which. Though the horse is animate thing, it can move, but we are using which. Means who, whom, whose, these are restricted to human beings. Which and whose, whom, not who. Which, whose and whom, these can be used with the animals. Houses, let us see. The house whose roof is leaking. Which roof is leaking? No. Whose means, this whose we are using, roof of which. So let me say that again. The house, roof of which is leaking. Have seen? Usage of which. Leg of which is broken. Can we say for a horse? No. So which is a thing, an inanimate thing. There we are using which or whose, as may be, the case may be, and we are using these things to combine two sentences. So, what, that, who, whose, whom, which, these we are using as relatives, relative pronouns to relate one thing with the other. Now you got the complete meaning now. To relate one saying with the other saying, we are using these things. And so in communication long ways, whenever you are using or whenever we are conveying, how to use what, which, who, whom, whose in the best way, that is what we are reading in this chapter, relatives, chapter 5. So now what is there in our book? Let us see whether it is going along with our discussion about the relatives or not. Let us see to here. In written English, more than in one spoken form, we often give information about a person. Means information related to the person, right? A thing, by using a group of words called relatives. What are these words? Who, which, where and whose, right? This also we already discussed. Example, the band which performed on the annual day played good music. The band played good music. This is the statement. And about the band we are talking something else. Then we have put which. Which is a relative word, right? So relatives help to convey our idea as well as a connected and a compact way. Connected way, compact way, our idea is given. Means in a related way, in a faith, means we know, we have the confirmed, we have the faith on it, as I already told. So that is called relative here. So two ideas. My brother has composed a song. I like it. You see, these are two ideas. My brother composing the letter and I am liking it. I like it. Sorry, I am liking it, not there. I like it. These two I am combining. So I like the song which my brother composed. Right? Or my brother has composed a song which I like it. This way I can say he has already composed and I like it. I like it because he composed. No, I like it and he composed it. That way which we are using. I like a song which my brother has composed, or my brother has composed a melodious song which I liked. That way we are combining the extended idea with the main idea. Extended idea is my liking it. and original idea is composing. These two are composing with combining with which. Now there is a column here, A and B column. Here all A, the persons who do it and what they do it here. These two have the relation and that we have to make out, right? And next what we have is a quiz. It is said, what is the name of the tree which, right? What is the name of the island where? What is the name of the person who? What is the name of the stadium where? And what is the name of the product which? Now where to use where to use who, where to use whose, this quiz gives you. Unless, that is, you have to put the required thing over there with that complete here which, where, after that what comes, that you have to think and put it. Now we have to underline the relatives. Very clear. An oculist is a person who, right? Ishita's brother, who? Copper, which? The shed, where? The Indian cricket team is flying to Chennai, where? And Chanakya, whose? The countries, that. These are the things to be underlined because these are the relatives which are relating this to that. And here under A4 it is given who, whose, where, which. To complete the sentences, you have to read the sentence, which one fits over there, that you have to understand, and you have to write over there. I am not going to help in this because it is a very easy exercise. And if at all I put and give it, it becomes a spoon feeding only. We are not people depending on spoon feeding, right? So read it carefully and you can put it nicely, correctly, because now you know the meaning of who, where to use, which, where to use, that, where to use. You got a very clear-cut idea. And next comes your, here under A5, read the following sentences, punctuate them using commas where necessary. That is, you see here, Tushar, there we are breaking for a short period. So we are putting a comma there. That is called your providing punctuation. You read such and you can provide the commas there, right? Again, Tushar, who is my best friend? Who is my best friend? It is one expression completely, one idea. It is finished. Whenever this idea is finished, there we are stopping, and so we have to provide with a comma. Likewise, you read all these sentences, wherever you feel that you are stopping, there you put a comma, that is called punctuation.
If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel to get more videos on CBSE syllabus.